Hello, everybody. This is MC. I know it's been a while. Man, I've been busy. So I just figure I just do a regular update for on like upcoming shows to come and things. I'm over here. I still haven't hooked up my screen deck yet. But at the same time, I forgot to mention one more thing. On one of these ends, uh, remember to hit the subscribe button, check in. This is MC Recovery, Wellness, and Relapse Show. A lot of people in the YouTube streets call me MC Recovery. I'm thinking about shortening it. So, the updates that I basically wanted to give is that, I've been up here studying the algorithm and I've been going on other people's shows and stuff. So every now and then I may do some reaction videos where I'm gonna have maybe a thumbnail of something of showing what show I came off of, and then I may elaborate more on the subject on basically some of the things I may have not had a chance to chime in on when I was on that show. Uh, then the other thing I've been doing pretty well with my son. This is his workbook. Uh, he had brought his grades up, so they up there to A's and B's, but he still be getting those U's for like work habit and stuff. So I always have him go back every now and then. But now I'm seeing when it comes to the ADHD side, I have to pre-read a couple of pages to see if this is the page that I would rather him read, so I can ask him some questions to see what did he get out of that page. So this is an update show, but then at the same time, I give y'all some input of what I do to keep him grounded, being that he's 15 years old now, and that's this is one of the books, and he have another book over here. And I was so curious about it. I remember last year for like Juneteenth, right at Lamert Park, I ran across Dr. Omar Johnson, and I got this book from him on Black Parent Advocate. So that's just something to do. But this ain't the one I wanted. I wanted that first one, but it costs too much and it's not circulated. But this one just give you basically. I noticed it had aids and strategies that you can use to maneuver your kid within the unified school systems within America here. All right. Oh, here's one of my favorite locals, Cocaine Anonymous. So that's where a lot of my AA recovery came from. So not too far back, we went over the 7 steps over here. Step 6 and 7 on character defects and then shortcomings. I still have that up here, so hopefully I do a show later on. Then I got me some Kendrick Lamar's. When I seen him on the Grammy, I had to get me some Kendrick Lamar shades when he received his award. So that's all I wanted to let y'all know. And I've been passing out these. Look, I made a flyer. And I made sure I put stuff in here saying, that I may talk about Alcoholics Anonymous, Cocaine Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous type of stuff, Marijuana Anonymous type of stuff, emotional CPR. See, this is the curriculum of this book when I had that doctor come on here. So, I got to take one more training to be really, really certified. But I figure one will be enough. I don't know if we should go through this book. Maybe on a weekend or something, we can start going through this book. So I got to try to. I see that I'll have to put a schedule of things that we can do. And with that, and for the emotional sobriety, see, Here's Alcoholics Anonymous. This is my regular recovery. This is Alcoholics Anonymous textbook. I think it's the fourth edition or fifth edition. Uh, but for my emotional sobriety, I learned a lot of things in the 12 and 12, and I'm going to put some sort of trait on how, it can benefit others. So the 12 and 12 is very, very handy because they have other books inside, stores and you know how churches have Christian bookstores, those type of self-help books and things to help people move forward right in life. And with that, uh, I bought this Scream Deck. Man, I wish I would have bought the other one, the one that I seen the lead attorney with. What that thing called? But it's the Roadmaster something. But in other words, I've been struggle screaming lately on some of the last videos, and I may have to. Well, I know I'm gonna have to look at some YouTube videos to make sure that I'm hooking this up correctly, and I'm using a brand new laptop. With that, I've been busy, busy, busy. Did I forget anything? I put all this stuff back here. Yes, and the Pan African Film Festival was the bomb. And then I forgot to check this magazine right here. This is a magazine that I got some pictures in that I took when we did something at Southwest College. So, but this is from some years ago. Now I took some recent pictures and I forgot to ask, did they put those in the magazine? And maybe we should have a show on this subject right here, post-traumatic stress disorder, because I do have at times go through stuff like that. Being an individual that if you grew up in South Central, I'm quite sure I'm not the only one having post-traumatic stress disorder. But if you grew up in a community like the community I grew up in out here in South Central, where it's Watts and then you got East LA, and then in this other neighborhood called Lenox and Inglewood, and true. So everybody got some kind of neighborhood where it's a high velocity of stress and all kind of things that you can get used to on a regular, regular basis. You got all kind of things that you can get used to on a regular basis when you grew up in a neighborhood where it's a lot of trauma and a lot of disorder and misinformation and functionality. But I ain't gonna point at my communities like that, because like I say to individuals, being that a person that worked for the Department of Mental Health, and I got about three of these big old accommodations from the Board of Supervisors. I got two of these from the Board of Supervisors. Then I got one from the city too. I got three. So it's other communities, even in the community that you least suspected, like what we used to say back in the day, like we may have crack in our community, but it had to come from somewhere, and it usually come from one of them neighborhoods where they have, like on the news, you always see that when they talk about some meth or something, that these laboratories ain't normally in my community, but they're across, like next door, right in the suburbs or something of that nature. Or, when people have these agricultural factories and plants that got the marijuana. So with that, all I can say is on one of these tips, I think it's the one over here, subscribe, pass it on, and peace, and have a lovely day. And I hope to be getting back with some action and catch up with some of them homeless people and go by there and see if I can do an update with them. Till then, ciao, peace.